My dad was a law professor, and so I grew up sort of in a community of law professor kids. And then my father, when I was in high school, got me to read a whole series of books on famous cases that actually ended up with trial aspects to them. Got me very excited. My first real working job was as a member of Local 1010 of the United States Steel Workers, and I was a proud member of that union. I worked in the inland steel mills as a general laborer, and years later I ended up trying a whole series of cases for Inland Steel as a trial lawyer with great success for them. So it was a great sort of bookends on a relationship. There are a lot of great firms in this country, but I think Cooley, first of all, we have world-class talent, and we just imprint over and over and over in the DNA of the place the concept of client first, institution first, team building, teamwork. Clients are not clients of individual people, they are clients of the firm. Some clients choose to work with Cooley because we have long standing relationships with them, and we've grown with them, and we have delivered great, consistent, high-quality work for them, often across multiple disciplines. Other clients choose Cooley because they get into difficult situations and they ask around, and people urge them to come to Cooley and urge them with great enthusiasm. The kinds of cases that we are trying here, the stakes are very high. They are complicated cases. The most interesting cases are the ones that are the most difficult. The most fun cases are the ones that people think you have no chance of winning, and you've got to have a willingness to sort of put it all on the line in those kinds of cases. On the civil side, everything's done that possibly can be done to sort of discourage surprises and have all of the cards laid out on the table for all sides to see before the game even begins. In the criminal arena, it's totally different. It's more a trial where there's room for surprises and where there's room for real sort of unknown things to pop up. But it's also, in my view, where the finest arts of trial lawyers really get displayed. In some sense, it's, I think, the purest test of a trial lawyer's skills. The McNenny case, which is a case a number of us tried in New York a few years ago, was almost 11 months, and we were in trial 4 days a week for virtually the entire time. So it's intense, and that's a white-collar criminal case where your client is with you every day of the week in court, and then with you most of the weekends and most of the evenings as you're getting prepared for the next day and the next week. More often than not, at least in my career, I have come to care deeply about the individuals that I've represented in the white-collar arena. You cannot spend a year living that way with somebody without knowing them really well and becoming sort of deeply attached to them, and you know that the person's liberty is on the line and their sort of whole future is on the line. It's an exhilarating experience. It obviously takes its toll. I mean, it's got hardships that go with it from just a personal standpoint, but it's exhilarating. And then when you get a result like we got in that, it's thrilling. I mean, in my view, it's sort of, other than sort of true pro bono, I think it's sort of the highest art and the finest kind of things that we can do as lawyers.